LSUODYSSEY.com. LSU Odyssey. That is what you mean to me. LSUODYSSEY. LSUODYSSEY. That is why LSU Odyssey Oddcast. Who knows what the hell was going on in the intro? I think we had some type of tape skip. We invited Limp Bizkit's DJ Lethal into the studio, and Evil Dick Donato from Big Brother Season 7. Things got a little heated. They tried to do a duet. It sounded like a fist fight in a soul kitchen of Lionel Richie's bunker. There's something, just craziness going on. Anyway, craziness is also going on with LSU today. Not only is it the opening of fall camp, which you all know, but as if the news, couldn't get crazier and crazier. I mean, this isn't as crazy as Miles Brennan breaking his arm, walking around on a yacht. But it is important. Eric Taylor, defensive tackle / DE, kind of just a versatile D lineman, and an Alabama native, member of the 2020 class, didn't play much, if at all, last year. Saw some rare reps this last spring game. Eric Taylor has left the program. Now, he was not going to be lined up to get starting reps. He was not lined up to get second or third team reps. And considering the depth at DT, I don't think he was going to be getting reps for maybe another 2 seasons. I'm hearing that there's 2 reasons why this happened. One, there's something going on at home that requires him to be home for the next 9 months, or is the reason why he didn't want to be away from home for the next 9 months. He's heading back to Alabama. And there's something going on with the family. He wanted to be there. He did not want to be at LSU anymore. Not really because out of a hatred for the Tigers or the program or I hate LSU or some crap like that. It was really about, I just have to be here, or I have to do this. And I'm not going to get into what I was told about the reasons why he's going home, why he needed to go home. But don't go after Eric Taylor on social media and stuff. I promise you, he's a good kid. There's nothing untoward here. We're all humans. We all make mistakes. We all have things happen that create change, and sometimes it's not something that someone did. Sometimes it's just things that are out of our control. I'm not going to say he's innocent of wrongdoing or anything. Never mind. I've said too much. Anyway, Eric Taylor leaves the program. It doesn't hurt LSU. It's not like losing Corey Kiner and Armani Goodwin overnight or something at running back, or even Garrett Dellinger at left tackle, Sage Ryan at safety. Even we have bountiful depth at defensive tackle. I think it literally goes like 8 men, 9 men, maybe even 10 men deep. It's outrageous when you look at the names. It's gonna be sinister. It's gonna be vicious. This defensive line is outrageous. We're gonna rip people out from the inside like Billy Corgan lyrics. Okay, this is gonna get intense. All right. And so Eric Taylor was like, there's no place for me there for the next 2 damn years. Well, let's go back to Alabama. They have a weak D-line. So he went back to Alabama, and I don't know if he's going to be joining the Crimson Tide or if he's going to be going to school at all in 2021. It's very late to be, I don't know if you'd call it transferring or what's going on, because he has not entered the transfer portal yet. But, usually, someone will say, I report a transfer in there. His name isn't in the transfer portal. His name isn't. It's like, I know. It usually takes about 24 hours to process the paperwork and for the name to be in the portal. Sometimes even a few days. So don't worry about that. He's going to be transferring. If he doesn't, that would be great. If he changes his mind, that would be fantastic. I would love for Eric Taylor to stay at LSU because he is versatile. I believe he could play both DE and DT. He has the right body for it. We just never really got to find that out. But, good luck to Eric if he doesn't return. And I really hope nothing but the best for him. But, Eric, if you go play for Alabama, we're going to make you regret that. We are going to make you regret that, buddy. We're going to make you regret it. On the flip side, this is news that was reported first by Jimmy Details. Good buddy, Jimmy Details. I don't know him too well, but he followed us on Twitter and I think on Facebook. He's also friends with us, and that was quite an endorsement from him. That meant a lot. I could see just immediately people taking us seriously who never had even looked into our stuff. And then suddenly they're like, oh, you're great. And it took Jimmy Dietz following us for that to happen. And so Jimmy Details, I just want you to know, you're a badass, dude. You're an awesome dude. Like, for doing that for such a small fry like me, that speaks to what you're about, my man. But Jimmy Details breaks this story about AJ and Newman. AJ Johnson, receiver, 2022 class, 4-star. A lot of people are high on this kid. I was not one of them. I wasn't like insanely high on him. Like, oh, he should be a 5-star. Oh, he's so good. He could be I like AJ Johnson. Do I think he's the best 2022 receiver? No. Do I think he's third or fourth for 2022? Probably not. I think he's probably about 5th or 6th on my list of 2022 receivers. You got Shaz Preston, Evan Stewart, DeColdis Crawford. I put Shaz 1, DeColdis 2, Evan Stewart 3, Aaron Anderson 4. So even there, he's at least going to be 4 or fewer. So losing Aaron is a big deal. Losing AJ. I mix AJ Johnson and Aaron Anderson up a lot. Those two, their names. But AJ Johnson, there's supposedly he was hanging out with the wrong crowd at Newman, got kicked off the team. Huge target there for Arch Manning. And now he's off the team. And it's, now LSU pull his offer. And, I always said, you can look at on any of my recruiting picks, number 1, number 2, number 3, I don't care what version, I've always said it. LSU will not finish with both Aaron and AJ. One of these guys will transfer, will move, will be processed. Something will happen. I had a strong feeling about that. It's come to pass. I don't think that's, I don't know how to say this. I don't feel like this is a bad thing for LSU. Even though he's processed, even though he's not going to be with the program, I feel like this clears up a spot, a very much needed spot on LSU's 2022 scholarship offer list. So, and commit list. I feel like this opens up a big spot. You know, it's no more of, oh, LSU already have 4 receivers. Now there's a spot, a bona fide spot for Shaz Preston. Sorry, do we have 4? Or maybe we just have 3 receivers. But still, with 3 receivers and then Jake Johnson, it was getting a little awfully crowded. Come here, buddy. Come here, Rivers. That's my doggy, Rivers. And so, yeah, it's you never want to see a kid processed. You never want to see that happen. You know, Go 24/7 are going to tell you this is a decommitment. He didn't want LSU, that he wanted to move to Florida, and that's why this is happening. Go 24/7, you know, the bastion of truth, are lying to you. And they're doing this to cover for the kid. You know, for once they're actually looking out for the kid. And it's very bizarre. It's very bizarre that now they decide to look out for the kid. You know, there's a lot of kids that Go 24/7 has burned over the years. A lot of them. You know, AJ Johnson won't be one of them, and, you know, at least one kid less, you know. I'm okay with that. That's fantastic. That's great. I hate when these recruiting services just hang these kids out to dry. But, you know, we're gonna be real here. There's things that sometimes just suck. There's news that is really hard to even deliver, especially in the last year. But it is what it is. AJ got into trouble, got kicked off the Newman team. Offer was pulled. This has been this way for a long time. He's been a silent decommit, I guess if you could say. Jimmy Details broke this story. Jimmy Details, there with Tiger Details, he does not get enough credit like he should from the industry. I think the industry steals a lot of information and a lot of connections from Jimmy. But, you know, that whole Tiger Details group, I really have a lot of respect for. You know, there's Julie Bowden, who I think is, I used to call her Bowden. Julie Bowden, who I think is, I mean, if she is not the best recruiting journalist in the country, she's damn close. It just seems like recruits love to talk to her. It seems like she starts talking to them, and then there's an interview. It seems like she takes the really, really huge, almost historic photos when you're talking about years later looking at Walker Howard and this guy meeting together for the first time, this guy and this guy meeting for the first time. And then that video of like Omarion Miller's catch, you know, the catch that led up to his offer from LSU. You know, she's captured brilliant moments for the program. And I would love to see her expand her horizons beyond just recruiting. Because, I mean, she's kicking my ass at recruiting. I'd love for her to kind of take a break, you know. I think everybody would. But, you know, I just think in such a male-dominated media industry where people just can never admit they're wrong, they can never give anybody else credit, especially a woman, I'm going to give Julie a whole hell of a lot of credit. And I'm going to rep her until the end of time. Because, I mean, and Julie's never like followed us or liked our articles or subscribed or something. Julie's not paying me to say this. I don't even think Julie Bowden knows who the hell I am or who LSU Odyssey is. I don't care. It doesn't always have to be, pay to play or some weird type of you scratch my back, I scratch yours. I'm I just don't understand why people can't just say, hey, that person's really good at what they do, and sing the praises away and actually mean it. It's just a weird time. And so, yeah, I kind of went off on a tangent there, but I think it's needed. I think there's a lot of male domination in the media industry. And I think we all need to look in the mirror and realize who's really number one in this industry. It's not you. It's not me. It's Julie Bowden. And I think that's effing badass. Go Tigers.